Good evening, folks. It's your boy Tim, the handsome liberal. Guilty. Lots and lots of guilty verdicts in the Ahmaud Arbery case. I made a video earlier on this, and we were talking about whether they were going to be deliberating through Friday and after the holidays. And yeah, I think most people called this case correctly, just like in the Kyle Rittenhouse case. I think most people predicted he'd get off, and they predicted that there would be some convictions in this case. The son, the McMichael's son that did the shooting itself, he was found guilty on all 9 counts, murder, felonies. So was the dad. He was excluded from the 1 count, but I mean, at the end of the day, all 3 of them got murder charges. And in the state of Georgia, I believe they have a mandatory minimum of 30 years or something like that. For the dad, that's the rest of his fucking life. For the son, it's going to be quite a bit of time, and the same thing with their chase driver, the Williams guy. This is a lot of time, folks. And in addition to this, like I mentioned in my other video, they're facing federal civil rights charges starting next year. So even if for some reason they had won this case, or if this turns out to be where the judge gives them a ridiculously low sentence, or even if they later on get an appeal, they still have that Fed case out there pending. And under the Biden administration, it's going to be a lot different than it would have been under the Trump administration. Let's just be real about that. So I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, obviously, so I don't know if the feds are still going to pursue them with such a heavy state conviction in Georgia. But that is hovering over their heads right now. So definitely not a good day for the McMichaels, the father and son in this case at all. And for those who wanted justice and had an idea of what justice would look like for Ahmaud Arbery, this is a good day, folks. This is a good day. 11 white jurors and only 1 black juror. And yet this is an overwhelming amount of convictions. Now, to close it out real quick, I'll just say what I said in my earlier video, and that was, if the way they stopped him was going to be found unlawful, then they were going to get murder. And because the whole argument was we were trying to make a citizen's arrest, and during that arrest, he did something that put us in the position where we had to defend our lives. If that citizen's arrest was unlawful, then anything he did from that point on, he can't be held accountable for it because he was indeed fighting for his life. And it looks like that is exactly how the jury saw it, because they ruled that that they were unlawfully detaining him. I forgot the exact name of the charge that they were found guilty of, but yeah, it was almost as if they were trying to kidnap the guy. And yeah, so if you performing a citizen's arrest, there are rules governing how you do it. And you fucking jump out of a pickup truck with rifles and shit like that. It looked horrible. So it looks like they got what was coming to them. And I guess we'll talk about it again at sentencing. But like I said, considering the age of these 3 individuals, even a 10 or 15 year sentence is a long fucking time. I mean, I'm in my late 40s. 15 years in prison would put me into life as a senior citizen. And that's just for 15 years. We're talking a mandatory minimum of 30. So yeah, that's the better part of what they have left on earth. Anyway, just wanted to come in real quick after seeing those guilty verdicts fly off the chain like that before the holiday season started. Once again, I hope you guys are all going to have a nice Thanksgiving. Hope there's bountiful amounts of food and plenty of food there for you to eat. We'll all come back a few extra pounds heavier. And we can start off December talking about Joe Biden and gas prices and all of the other shit that we normally talk about on this channel. Now that all of the racially charged cases are in the rearview mirror. Of course, we talked about Brooks out of Waukesha, but there's not a lot to talk about there. The guy's going to get the rest of his life in prison, and we'll move on. So, we'll conclude the video. What do you think? Once again, hit the subscribe. Let me know if you're watching this shit. Feel free to hit the like, dislike, drop a comment. We respond to all comments. It's your boy saying... It's the boy, Handsome Liberal, saying happy Thanksgiving. We'll catch you on the next video on the flip side.